Boom! We're back. It's episode 85. We got Christian Campos in the building. What's going on, brother?
Chilling, bro. Man. I'm happy to be here, bro. I'm like genuinely a big fan of your podcast.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, man.
It's good to have you, bro. Like I like to clean my place and just like listen to podcasts.
Yeah,
and there's only two that I listen to, bro. On the real, it's just yours and Joe Rogan. Dude.
Oh, dude, Joe Rogan's the king. He's the king of it. Shit, man. It's good to have you, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I wanted to have you on because you had recently posted this. You wrote this book, and I was tripping out on it. Because, we're in the acting industry, entertainment industry, or whatever. And then, over a certain amount of time, like, you acquire so much knowledge, you know what I mean? All of us just hang on to this. For me, it was like, you talk about it on the podcast, but for you, you're like, I'm going to put this shit into a book.
Yeah. It was really spontaneous, man. Well, last year, like, I had like a really good early year because, I was auditioning. I wasn't even thinking like January, February. I wasn't thinking about.
Last year?
Yeah, it's not something that I thought of doing or I've been thinking about doing. It just kind of happened, bro. So I started auditioning and, I was grateful enough to have, I booked like a Best Buy campaign and 2 print jobs, one for Sky Zone, I believe, and then one for Universal Studios.
Yeah. Tight.
And
how long have you been auditioning for? Like, how long have you been acting for? Or how'd you even get into it? Let's start there.
Let's start there. I was going to Manual Arts. I was in 10th grade in South Central LA.
Yeah. That's the hood.
And it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's South Central.
No, I know it. Yeah.
You're from you grew up there for
for a little bit.
Yeah. So I was going to Manual, and my acting teacher, Bobby Jean, he came to my school and did like a showcase, with some acting scenes. He brought some actors in, and then like right after the showcase, he was like, "Hey, like I'm giving like a free scholarship for 3 months, free acting school. If you guys come and audition that Saturday, I'm only selecting 10 people."
Tight.
So I was like,
he was an acting coach. He just had a school.
Yeah. He still has it,
Okay.
Bobby Jean's Actors Clubhouse. Shout out Bobby Jean. That's my teacher.
Shout out Bobby Jean.
I'm so cool with him. And yeah, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so he went to the hood essentially and just like, yo, if you kids want, here's a little option of living differently.
I think if I'm, he's from South Central, so like he always tries to like give back to the schools around. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I took it as an opportunity, man.
Pull this up here.
Yeah, I took it as an opportunity because, my parents came from Guatemala, I'm first generation here.
Central American out
here. Yeah, you got to represent. Yeah. And my parents, like, by definition, it's not like something that a Latino normally does. You know what I mean? My dad taught me how to, like, box and play soccer because those were, like, his things growing up. So when I saw that opportunity, I was like, man, like, I want to go audition.
You were in high school?
Yeah, I was in 10th grade, man.
Tight.
I was like 15 and a half.
That was just spontaneous? You'd never acted before? You were just
never in my life,
this dude
bro.
came through. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go audition.
But, I grew up watching Disney and, you watch movies and, it's...
I could do that.
Yeah, and I've always kind of been like, a little spontaneous. Like, most of my friends, they're like, nah, I can't,
Yeah.
So I went and I auditioned that Saturday, and I was like, we had to read, like, some commercials, and I was like the 10th one to get picked, man, like the last one. Shit. So I'm really thankful today because he was the one that was able to give me that.
That was the first push.
Yeah. And then what the good thing about his acting school was that he would bring in agents like every 4 months to do showcases, and then sometimes he had like friends that were casting directors or producers or whatnot, and he actually gave me my first audition, man. It was like a PSA. And that was my first audition, and I ended up booking it, as like the little Cholito kid that runs out of the bus and gets arrested. And
those are the first parts, bro. Those are some of the first parts. You're like, I'll be a cholo dog, or whatever,
Yeah.
Because you understand it. I think it is like you understand it on a different level,
right?
Too, you know what I mean? Because it's like, if you're around a neighborhood where you have a bunch of little cholos around, you're just gonna get that better than dudes who are out of touch of that. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Feels much more genuine.
Yeah, and at the time, man, I was like, dude, it was like dressing baggy, bro, and like earrings and just like that fade, and I think it's coming back up too, like that trend, in a way,
creased up pants
because of that reggaeton and all that.
Yeah, for real.
But
Latino is like the thing right now. Like being a Latino.
Hell yeah, man, you gotta be proud.
It's cool to be Latino. It's our turn, I guess.
100%, papi.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like all the music is becoming mainstream. You got Bad Bunny and like, J Balvin,
there you
Maluma, and
go.
all these people. And
Yeah, man. They
it's
started
blowing up.
collaborating with the right people, man,
Yeah.
and they took it like international, you know?
I just think everything goes through like phases, you know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
one thing's cool, then another thing's cool, and it's like right now, we better run
Yeah.
with this,
Because with reggaeton, even like Daddy Yankee, you know, he
Oh, that's
started
right.
he started it, bro.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you know, like I remember
And it was big, but it wasn't like it is now.
Yeah, like it was, you know,
It's
like
mainstream now.
it just
It was
went,
a Super
you feel
Bowl.
me? Yeah.
The Super Bowl, right? The halftime show was 2 Latinas.
Oh yeah,
Was it
that
Super
was
Bowl?
that was so cool, man. That was Shakira and J Lo killing
yeah.
it, man.
Crazy.
That was, I mean, that to me, it makes me feel proud to be Latino because you know you.
Yeah.
And then Bad Bunny came on
Yeah,
and J
yeah,
Balvin, so
yeah.
you know, ser Latino, watching that to us, we don't see that every day.
Like, damn, bro,
you know?
we at the top of the top right now.
man.
You know. But you stuck with it. You just because it's funny, dude. My beginning was just like that, but it was later in life for me. I was in my 20s.
Okay.
And I just kind of like. It was some school. I went to audition. It was a similar thing, bro. I got my first agent through there.
Okay.
Because it would showcase and stuff. But, like, not... I don't know. I don't think anybody did anything from there. I'm, like, the only one that just kept at it. You know what I mean? So, it's like... It's who keeps at... It's really who keeps at it. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure, man.
Who keeps staying in the game and keeps a smile on their face after you get a billion no's. You know what I mean?
I mean, like me, I actually ended up getting out of acting, bro. Like, you know,
For how long?
Started when I was like 15 and a half. And then
Yeah.
when I hit like 18, I just genuinely, like my parents, I wasn't like really committed to acting. So I was living with my parents and I wasn't going to school because I've never really been like a book, you know, school really was never like my thing.
How ironic, bro. You weren't like in the books and now you're writing.
Yeah, bro, that's life, right? I mean, you know, I would, you know, English was always my favorite subject. I love history. But yeah, so when I was like 18, my parents were just like pressuring me, bro. Like, kind of, you know, your parents try to like, don't be a loser, like get out of the house. And
it's
go
hard
to
for them
school.
to understand, dude. Coming from like a third world country or something, you know, like they're just like, dude, what are you doing? You're a citizen, you're this or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Like you're young, you have knowledge, you know how to use technology, and you're like, I get it, but that's the low hanging fruit. That's always going to be there, mom and
For
pop.
sure.
It's tough to explain that. They're doing it out of love, I think, to try to protect you.
They're like old school traditional, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you know, acting it wasn't really like, even though they saw
crazy.
me, they kind of, until like I started really booking later on. You know what I mean? But like when I was 18, that was the hardest, like because like my parents were pressuring me. I don't know what to do, and then I ended up going to film school, bro, just because I always enjoyed to the LA Film School.
Oh, tight.
Yeah, I'm alumni, man, class of 06. But I was like, you know, 19 at the time, and you know, I loved editing. I always loved like video. Like I used to take my video camera to Manual Arts and film fights, bro. Like,
Oh, tight.
because you know that shit would
That's
always
the original world star.
yeah, it would always be going down, man. And then like growing up in my neighborhood, bro, it was crazy, man. Like it was like I was going through you know, it was like crews or gangs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You feel me?
I remember
like,
that.
And I was like, where I grew up, I was surrounded by like, it was like 18th Street, Hoover Locos. Then you have Mara Salvatrucha that started in LA right there, Francis and Leeward, like by Vermont. Like
all of them are fucking crazy.
So I used to like, you know, like videotape when I would see fights, I would just like take my camera out and
that was
videotape.
you know what's kind of crazy? Like that was the thing back then. A lot more, right? It was fights and stuff.
Yeah.
When it got real crazy, guns would come out or whatever. But it was more like motherfuckers just fighting.
Yeah, dude, like even over like, you know, like I said, it was like, it wasn't like, the gangs were like
Streets.
straight killing, straight up. Like, you know, when they, Cruz was like, yo, you get crossed out, like we're gonna go to your hood and then we'll just start you getting down and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And then that flyer party shit happened.
Dude,
I don't know if you remember the flyer parties, bro.
Flyer parties were the craziest, bro.
Yeah, because then people started making money, like getting like Nos
I made
tanks
a bunch of money. Yeah.
Did you do that too?
I had a Nos tank, bro.
Damn, bro.
I got robbed at gunpoint for mine.
Did you?
Yeah.
I never really got
illegal.
into.
I was a kid.
Were you like in a flyer party crew?
Yeah, like a little one. Yeah, dude. You know how like you had the numbers or whatever you would call and you like recorded directions or what.
Yeah.
It's a trip, bro. Like,
did you have a nickname for? Or what?
No. Everybody did though.
Everybody usually had
did.
like a That's
Everybody
so funny,
did,
man.
It's kind of crazy, but dude, it was super sketchy. All those parties. I
Yeah.
went to so many flyer parties, bro. I had an itch every weekend.
I went to like 3, bro.
Really?
I was like a late bloomer, bro, because I was in a relationship for like 6 years, and you know, with my first high school sweetheart, and then it was just
funny,
like,
man. Same. So was I. I was with her for 5.
Dude, I didn't start partying until like maybe 23, man, 22, like.
I was like in my 20s. She was with me when I got robbed. This dudes came up to me. They were just like, "Give me that tank." and it's crazy. Like everyone's all drunk and shit around. I'm next to a DJ and it's like a strobe light.
Oh
and
shit!
Dude's like, give me your tank, and I'm like, and I knew homeboy. I forgot his name. But I knew, you know how like you know motherfuckers, you see them around,
so,
and you're like, oh, what's up, whatever.
Yeah,
it's just not,
but not like really. Yeah. Kind of like by
yeah,
distance,
but you're like,
you know,
yeah. Kind of sketchy looking all the time, and he had all these dudes around him, and he starts yanking on the tank, and I had like there's a little lever on top that you twist to fill up or whatever to release the thing, and I had it by there, and he's pulling on it, and he had his hand in his jacket. I thought it was his hand. I'm like, man, this dude, like, you know, I was like, whatever, dude.
You weren't fronting, huh?
Yeah,
you were a little wild back then.
Bro,
you know,
stupid. I wasn't
really
thinking straight,
think about
bro.
shit, bro. Yeah.
Bro, and I was like, so his boy punches me in the face, and then I turn around, and then this dude's got the gun out, and my girlfriend had a bag. She had the bag of balloons next to me or whatever. She's like yelling and shit. They hit me. They took the tank, and I was like, damn. That shit happened all the time though. Like mother got shot all the time.
Yeah, man.
People got there was a lot of shootings back then, and that's kind of crazy. That's like it all evaporated, all that cholo.
Yeah. Like
lifestyle.
we have shit going on today, man. But I feel like you don't see it as much as like like when
everything's
era,
digital now. Yeah.
I
just think it was a lot of frustration, and people didn't know how to deal with it. You know, do you still edit and do you still film and stuff like that or anything?
Yeah, I mean like self tapes and stuff like that when I have to.
Yeah.
But not for the most part, nah, man. Because like I said, when I went to film school, I went because I just didn't know, and my parents were just pressuring me.
I mean, I'm sure you took a lot of that, right? You learned.
Yeah, I gained a lot of knowledge, man. A lot of like hands-on experience on behind the scenes, and I got my associates in like editing and minored in directing. So at least I have that. You know what I mean?
I don't have anything, dude. That's tight.
Yeah, so fuck it, bro. I mean, it's just there, bro. Like, it hasn't really done
it's
much.
A piece
for
of
me.
paper you can stare at it and be like, I did that.
But yeah, like later on, that's when I started getting more into like acting. I'm like, I'm gonna take this shit serious. And that's when I started getting the feel of the commercial money.
Do you think that gave you like a confidence booster going to film school? Like you understood, it made it a little less daunting.
Right. But then after like I graduated, I was like, I don't want to do this shit, dog. Like I don't want to be in a room like editing, dog.
I'm like, no, it's boring. Yeah.
So then I was like, I'm like, I want to get back into acting, man.
Oh, that's what it is. I was thinking maybe you got like it made you more. It like makes everything so much more digestible when you understand how everything works, how things aren't personal. How it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like when they go with the next actor or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
When you're behind the scenes, you get to see that because I've like helped casting directors or whatever, or like read, and you see all this stuff. You're like, oh, it's nothing personal, bro.
And I was young, bro. Like I was 19, man, when I got that associates. And it was like I remember my friends were all older from all over the world. Like we had this kid from Africa. And then and I couldn't go to bars or party with them because they were all like 21 and older.
And to them, like this is the dream. Right?
Yeah. And I'm like, I fucking live here, Most of they're paying like $3 a month. I'm like,
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna go drive my ass back to the hood.
Yeah.
Eat some pan dulce, bro.
There you go. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. So yeah, that was that, bro.
That's exactly how I feel because so many people have to move here, right, to LA.
Yeah,
we were just lucky to be born here.
Oh, 100%, bro.
I that was one of the first things. I was just like when I first started working in entertainment, it was just kind of like I had a moment where I'm like, holy shit, what are the fucking odds that I'm in like the mecca of filmmaking and TV and whatever? It's like 20 minutes
right
from
here, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, people travel from all over the world to try to come here and try to do something, and I'm just gotta drive 20 minutes,
which is like one of the main reasons why I decided to write the book, bro. Because I just growing up, I've met so many people that aren't from here, like no family, and just move out here. Most of them move back because it's expensive, bro,
and you're away from your family,
So like, and then like the crazy thing is like most of these people like they come. And then they got to figure all this shit out.
Yeah.
It's like you've
such
got to
an advantage
learn
we
like,
have.
hey, what's how do you get your union vouchers? Like, what's background? Like, what are casting? And then like, where do I go to acting school?
This
like,
is all
it's all that, dude. It's a lot, man.
And the only reason only way you found that out is like you were able to take all those turns. I took all those turns too because you're like,
I've done it all, bro.
Like, same. Like you go to background, dude, you go to what's the God
was
damn
it
it.
Central Casting?
Central Casting.
Was it Central Casting?
Central Casting, right? They were they used to
man.
sign up. There used to be lines of people out there.
Yeah, and there still is, man. There still is,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah. So,
dude, it was no money for background if you're like a non-union when you're first entry.
Yeah. It sucks, man. It's like
those
minimum,
people do it,
you know?
but they do it for life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm all about eating that humble pie.
Yeah.
But you got to figure out, like, learn what you need to learn from there and keep it pushing.
That's just the job, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, you feel me? A lot of people think they're going to benefit from it. But it's like, bro, I'm
going to get discovered one day here. It's like,
it's not going to happen, bro. No, dude, fuck no, dude. You know what I mean?
It's not going to happen.
It's a great way to get your vouchers. You know what I'm saying?
If you have something.
If you get featured or some shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Which is really rare, right?
So to explain to people, whenever somebody's filming a union production, they have to hire a certain amount of union extras, and after that, everyone else, depending on their contracts they have with production, after that they hire a certain amount of union people. They could just hire a bunch of non-union people, which means they can just pay a minimum wage. And the only way to become union is to be working on a union project and either get a voucher, which means like you're featured, like they see you in the background, they really clearly see your face, or you're like a special like dancer, or you're like some kind of special trait you have that you can do or whatever,
or you get like Taft-Hartley. So for those of you guys that don't know, being
right.
Taft-Hartley is like, basically you're not in a union and you audition for like a commercial, as and they're looking for a boxer. And you're just such an amazing boxer and have the perfect
look.
You're
an actual boxer.
Yeah, and a real one, to where they're like, no, we don't care that he's not. They don't usually go with but they're like, okay, just bring in the contract and let's Taft-Hartley him, meaning that's your golden ticket to
which I feel like it happens
factory, you know what I mean?
A lot more common than people think. People think that Taft-Hartley is impossible, and they're like, I'm going to try to get these vouchers. You got to get 3 of them.
Yeah,
and people, if they don't have a special thing that they do, it takes forever to get these 3 vouchers for some people.
Yeah.
I got vouchers, but I also got Taft-Hartley. I was a must join.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
But it's like, you audition for something, you got to shoot that shot.
Yeah. So you got to take advantage of those open castings, man, especially for sports and stuff, or any little talent that you have, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm a good soccer player, bro. Like, desde chiquito, I used to play with my dad because he played in Guatemala.
You played with Gabriel, right? Or did you guys play together?
Yeah. I never played with him like professionally. But I did like his brother was like my TA in 2nd grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Eli, bro, and he was like my favorite person because he was trying out for Galaxy at the time.
He's got like 11 brothers.
Yeah. So in the future, like Gabe and I, we had a lot of mutual friends and we had soccer in common. So
you guys went to the same high? No, he didn't go to Manual Arts.
No, I think he went to Marshall.
Oh yeah.
I went to Manual, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, one time I just, I was like, hey, bro, like, you should come play with us,
Yeah.
And then he ended up showing up, and he already knew most of my goons because I think he played college ball with them, most of them, you know.
He was good. He was good too.
Yeah, he's not Miguel.
Yeah. Gabe.
Oh, Gabe. Yeah, this fool played professionally, I think.
Yeah,
right.
He was
like he was.
Whatever.
Yeah.
They're trying to get this.
Yeah,
kid.
to me, I never like did it like that, but I love it, and I play good enough to book commercials and stuff.
Bro, but what's great about it, because it's funny, bro. It's kind of embarrassing because I book a lot of stuff like playing drums, right? I've been playing for like 20 years.
Hell yeah.
So it's like they'll be like looking for drummer, and you see all these people there that are trying to fake the funk. I'm sure it's the same shit. You know what I mean? Like you're playing soccer, and you're like, this is trying to fake the funk.
Yeah. You see the posers.
Yeah. And you're like. But sometimes they got a good look, right? And they're marketable and they're doing a good job BSing it, but they're like, that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Those skills are so valuable to have. That's why, like, when you're learning shit, you can't look at it like, I got to learn this for this outcome, because you never know. Like, I'm sure playing soccer, you're never like, one day I'm going to audition for a commercial.
Yeah.
And I'm going to book it.
But you never know, bro. Like, I've seen that even though I would put myself on the dudes that play really well. I have like homies that are like professional jugglers that don't play, never probably play professional, but they juggle like fucking Nikes, freestyle shit, and then that's what they really cast in commercials, And then sometimes I've had dudes that I've been in commercials with that don't have any experience, that just have the right look, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
And that shit, like, dude, it happens, bro. It happens, bro. I'm sure it's happened to you. It's happened to me, dog, on shit,
Yeah.
I booked like a football print once, bro. I've never put a football fucking thing in my life, bro. Like, I swear, dude. And I got to set, and I was like kind of trying to pretend like I knew what the fuck I was doing.
They're like,
and yeah, man. Yeah,
whatever, man. We already cast
sport,
him.
bro. I was like, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean?
This guy is really small for a football player.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It is what it is, bro. You do it.
I booked a bunch of stuff like that. I booked a welder thing once, and they were like, you weld? I was like, yeah, I weld.
Fake it till you make it,
bro. I flew to South Dakota. Then they had a guy there who was going to teach me how to weld anyway. He was like the safety guy.
Right.
So
I
was
just
like,
listen to the instructions and do your thing, dog.
It's not that serious.
And at
you know
the end
what I
of
mean?
the day, you're the actor, so they don't want you getting hurt.
Yeah. And they're gonna cut around it. Like if you mess up or something, like they gonna cut around it. They're just gonna make it look good on TV. That's their job.
Man.
You know,
that's crazy.
So those were like the first things you were. So when'd you come back? When'd you come back into it?
I think I might have been like 23, man.
Nice, same.
Yeah, I might have been like 23.
You were doing like background work and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I started doing background just for money and stuff, bro.
Yeah.
And
it's a struggle, bro. I like. For years, I was incredibly broke. Like, you know what I mean? Like you go through times and then boom, all of a sudden I'm rich, bitch.
Hey, you never know, man.
You go from I'm just saying, like you were up and then you were down.
Right. That's the game, bro. Like when I was doing background, bro, I remember I was just like, dude, to me, I never saw that shit like like I said, like we talked about before, I never saw like something that you're gonna it's just a job.
Yeah.
But I remember they fucking like randomly picked me on fucking Disney's Ant Farm to be the mascot. Wacky the Wolf and shit. And I was like, and it was the first time that they were trying that character out, and then it just became like a regular job, and they bumped up my pay to like $400 a day.
Oh, beautiful.
And we were filming like Thursdays and Fridays, bro.
Beautiful. You couldn't wait.
Yeah, so I was fucking Wacky the Wolf. That was some good times, man.
That's crazy. But little stuff like that happens, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you got a good paying gig for a little bit.
I was 23, bro, and that's when I like moved out of my dad's and got my little single spot.
Yeah.
You know, so the money came in, like it was really helping me out at the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you never, you know. You just got to shoot that shot, I feel like. Sometimes showing up, you never know. I mean, if it's for you, if you got something, like, you're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but commercials, man, that's what I'm more passionate about, bro. Like, I've done TV stuff and everything, but it's just like, it's a process, bro. You feel me? It's like you against 100 people.
They're different skills, though. There's such completely different skills. A commercial and, like, a theatrical, it's so different.
Yeah, I feel like you really, like, you know, TV stuff, like, power to you. Like, I don't know where you're at in your career, but to me, like, nah, dude, I like commercials, dog. I'm like, I like, you know, filming one in a day and getting like 20 G's, homie. Like, I've gotten a taste of that, and I'm like,
it's good, bro.
You know, so
you know, because you literally, man, I've told people, like, there's some random shit, like a voiceover spot I'll book, right? And all of a sudden it makes you like, you film it or you record it in like four hours, and you keep collecting, and you end up making like 40 off of it or something, 30 grand. You're like, 4 hours, and I made this. I was like,
"This is crazy, right?"
I like both of them. I feel like I do commercials, so I don't have to audition for stupid shit I don't want to audition for. Where I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like because that's what it was in the beginning. I was like doing commercials. I just needed anything.
We've done I feel like we've done a couple commercials together.
You know what's funny, dude? We did a Corona commercial together. And I was cutting veggies that week, and I cut the tip of my finger off.
Oh shit!
It went through the nail,
like straight up.
Oh yeah, dude, and it was just hanging on. Yeah, it was a brand new knife.
You don't even feel it, and you see the first fucking piece.
I was like, oh shit, and it was just hanging on by a little bit. I went to the doctor, and they glued it together. It was gnarly looking because I cut through the nail. So it was like cut in half. Jeez. And I had booked that, and my thing was like I was supposed to cheers at some bar with my hand, right?
Oh my god!
I show up with a big ass Band-Aid on my finger, and they're like, "Let's see it," and they're like, "Let's fucking figure this out."
Oh my god, dude!
Dude, I lost a gang of stuff because of that, like randomly. But I remember you were the guy in the elevator.
You gotta be careful. Yeah, they got everyone to do different.
Yeah,
to do different.
People don't even
that day.
People don't even talk about that. Hands. You made me think of that when you audition for a commercial.
Right.
You slate. You say, "Hey, my fucking name is Joe Blow," and let me see your hands, and you got to hold them in front of your face, and you got to turn them around. They just because your hands are important in a spot. Usually, you got to hold the product. It's really not about you. It's about the product. Like, whose hands are nice to hold our shit? You know what I'm saying? And they're like, they look at your hands. They're like, he's gonna hold a case of Corona.
Fucking hand models and shit.
Dude, my buddy who was a co-host, who I started this with, he was a successful hand model. He hated it.
Yeah. He's like, hey.
He's like, I'm trying to be Tom Cruise, bro.
Yeah, bro. No, but I remember like way back because I haven't like edited like any reels, but I was editing my reel and shit, and then like it was this CNN Latino commercial that I was in.
Oh, I did one of
your
those.
ass
That's
just
right.
popped out in the commercial, and I was like, "Is that Rick, bro?" But
Yeah.
it was a trip, just like going,
It's
and
so
it's like,
far
bro,
back.
we've been in the, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like we just didn't know each other.
How long ago was that? That was probably 2012, 2013?
Probably, man.
Something like that.
Did we meet on East Los or?
No, I knew you before that. I think
Yeah?
I met you before that, but what was I doing? Maybe it was Esos actually.
Yeah, well, we started
But you knew
partying.
Gabriel?
Yeah, we started partying together
it was
more.
a
Some
wild
shit,
life.
yeah.
I was thick back then.
Thicker than a Snicker, huh?
Just the drinking will do that, dude. It puffs
Yeah.
up. You know what's crazy? You look at like, quote unquote celebrities or people who are like been in the game for a long time, and I can always tell when they've been drinking because I recognize it because that was me for a little bit. For like a year, I was partying. Your face puffs up when you drink a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you've been drinking a lot,
Right.
If you look at
I get red, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
if it fucks you up, your body is like expelling it. It's poison. You know, when you're doing it a lot,
poison.
it is. Dude, your body's just inflamed. Está todo hinchado, you know?
I'm a drinker, dog. I gotta take it easy,
Yeah,
dog.
bro.
Especially during quarantine, dog.
Dude,
you know?
I've been drinking during quarantine.
Cause you know what I'm
I've been
saying?
drinking
Shit, I'm
quarantine.
single. I'm right there kicking it with my dog, and I'm like, damn, I need a drink, dog. You know what I'm saying?
What's your dog's name?
Latte.
Latte.
Yeah.
I'm making a drink.
That's my baby, man. Yeah.
I got Nala here. Yeah, look at her. She passed out. She blew
Oh,
out.
she's out, bro. Yeah.
That's how loud I am. She ain't even.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, she ain't even twitching.
She's cute as hell, man.
Yeah. I've had her for. You said you had your for 9. I've had her for 7.
Okay.
It changes you, right? I feel
Hell
like a dog.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Because I've been going out of my mind right now, bro. Like
Yeah.
I've been like, working out a lot, so that's good.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really eating. Like
I'm
I
eating.
feel like a lot of people are here.
I'm
Like,
eating and drinking. Yeah.
okay. Well, whatever.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, that's cool. But just to have my dog there, like during these times, it's
Bro.
a big blessing, man.
Yeah.
Because I get to hug her and
Yeah.
I just grab her all the time and squeeze her and kiss her. Like
It's really
it's
like
too
an
much
emotional support, dog. It's really a thing,
yeah,
bro.
she really is one though. Like,
Yeah, yeah, bro.
I had to make her one to get in that complex that where I stay at right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know? Yeah, you put a little vest on, emotional.
Yeah, man.
But it really is, bro. If you're like feeling down,
Uh-huh.
I squeeze the shit out of my dog. I just grab her and she's
You
just
just
happy,
start,
bro.
right?
And I'm just like, I love you so
Yeah.
much, you little doggy, and she's just happy. She's
Okay.
like, "Mm." But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're locked
Are
up.
you single right now?
No, I'm seeing someone right now.
You seen someone? You got someone, bro.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
That's cool.
But usually, you know me, I'm locked away and I'm single too. Same, so I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it. She's been with me for 7 years, so she's been with me.
So
when
she's
I'm
seen a
single.
lot of things. Huh?
Yeah, it's just, she's seen me at my worst. She's seen me at this
Damn.
good version now, you know.
She be jumping on the bed when you got company, like, and you're just like,
Get out of here, girl. She's like, oh, you different now. You different now. But yeah, dude. I mean, so now you're like, your whole thing is like commercials, and dude, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's. But how did you even come to that? Just trying everything.
for what?
Just like being like, I'm gonna focus on commercials. Fuck everything else.
Like I said, dude, like I'm more passionate about like the easy work side of it and just
Yeah.
like the money you make in a day.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
And then like
It's a different,
Yeah. And I do, I have an agent, and like I've been on, East Los High, like
Yeah.
Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, in Criminal Minds, dog, I only had 3 lines, bro. But the casting for it was like 3 callbacks, and then in the last one, bro, like I walk into the room. Oh, and I haven't had this experience since, bro. I walk into the room, there's like 15 people in there, dog.
Ugh.
Like everyone was just there, dude,
Yeah,
and just like,
That's how.
So
I did
was like,
NCIS. It was like that. NCIS is like that. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was like, why do we need 17 people in
Yeah,
here staring
yeah.
at me?
Uh-huh.
And it was like same thing, bro. Like I had 10 lines.
Yeah.
I was supposed to do 2 episodes or something.
Right.
But it's like they need everybody. They need Joe Blow, who wrote it. They need,
Right.
Jane Blow,
Yeah.
who's the producer.
And they don't fuck around, dog.
Nah.
I'm sure like NCI is the same, it's as huge
Yeah.
as Criminal Minds, but
Yeah.
they had like a Marine, because I played a Marine in it, man, and they had a Marine like guy right there just
Yeah.
making sure my buttons
Everything.
like, line up perfectly and stuff.
They literally
So,
this is what's
yeah.
crazy. Like, that's why I loved doing background for like I did it for like a couple years, man. Shit, if you pay me right, I'll do it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me some union background, I'll take it.
Dude, I've done it all, bro.
Yeah, same.
I'm thinking about the money, dude. I've done like East Los High. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna tell you what I got paid
No,
for
dude.
that, fool.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you what I got paid, bro.
But it was a blessing to be
was a
in
blessing.
bro.
It was- you
'cause
know
of
what-
all you guys.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I wanted to do it
Yeah.
because to be around you guys, because you guys were my boys, and
Yeah, yeah.
we had just met, and
But it was also
everything.
I was just talking about how like it was a trip because just being part of that, because I didn't even think about it. Like it was nothing like that before.
uh huh,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
There was no Latino show with that spoke English. It was the first ever teen drama, and there was all Latinos.
All Latino cast. You gotta like appreciate that.
Yeah, and but it was just kind of like that's why it was a big deal. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was like, cool, I'm on a TV show.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I didn't even audition for East Los.
No shit.
Yeah, bro.
Blanco Valdez threw you in or what?
Shout out Blanco Valdez.
Shout out to
bro.
Blanco Valdez.
Hey! No, so yeah, that story is crazy because I had gone to audition to be a host for like Mundos or something like that.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember
and,
that.
I remember Blanco went and she's like, hey, man, like, can you just go in, like, interview or do this self? And I was like, cool. So I went to LA Live and I just started interviewing, like, girls, asking them, like, questions and stuff. Yeah. And then I just sent her that. And then it was between me and the guy. I was pinned. And then I didn't get it. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, you didn't get it. We'll get you next time.
I love when they actually do that.
Dude, bro, months went by. And then one day, like, I'm on set shooting some commercial. And then I get a voicemail because I was on set filming, so I couldn't answer. And then I hear there's 2 voicemails. One's from my agent, one's from Blanca. First one, like, Blanca, like, hey, Chris, so, I came across one of your audition tapes, and, you're a host, and, I liked you a lot, and we need this host for East Los. Can you call me back? Like, I want to talk to you about it. And then the other one's like, yo, Chris, it's Michael. Like, we want you, blah, blah, blah. Call me back.
Call me back, and, dude.
I hit up Blanca first, before and then I'm like, hey, how you doing? ¿Cómo está? Todo bien? Gracias por llamarme.
Yeah.
And then, she was like, yeah. Can you send me like this? Do you have like any? And I had like a hosting like video.
Yeah.
And I just like send her, and then boom, dog. Like literally 2 days after, I'm like playing the host.
You were the announcer for all the dances, right, or something?
Season 2 and season 3, yeah, like they just same thing. You just like introducing the bomb squad on the stage, and
it was a cool
competitions. Gig. Yeah, it was cool, man.
It was fun.
And what's funny about that? It was the fact that you guys would always have like 100 background, and I knew like 80 of them, dog, 70, and they're like tripping out, like, Chris, like, what's up, fool? Like, I was like, what's going on? Like, I'm just fucking, this is it.
Bro.
It's the hustle, dog. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I mean by shoot your shot, right?
Yeah,
so many people. They don't bother. I'm never gonna get that. Like you get 1,000 no's, but then all of a sudden one day
1,000 no's. But that
that yes becomes a big yes.
You gotta mentally prepare yourself for rejection, dog. And because I remember at first it would hit me, dog. Like, I would get bummed out because you work so hard at an audition. You put your soul into that, and you genuinely leave the room feeling like, damn, I killed that shit. Like, I'm going to get it.
And then nobody calls.
You don't get it, bro. You know what I mean?
No callback.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So nowadays, I just walk out of the room, and I genuinely forget about it,
Same.
bro. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't.
And that's when you start booking, dude.
Straight up, bro.
That's when you stop caring.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the weirdest. You know what I always say? It's like you can smell when somebody wants something.
Right.
Like when they're like get
when someone
here.
just doesn't give a shit and walks in and just kills it.
Yeah.
Just
and
fucking leaves and shit. Just
what do you nerds want? And they're like, can you walk over with a shopping cart and say, thanks for everything?
Right.
And then you do the thing like, cool. Anything else?
You just walk in. Oh, that's fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. You know what it is? You get so hurt so many times.
Yeah.
That eventually you're like, all right.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna get excited about this.
You get that Grinch heart. Just fucking go in and not give a shit.
So you decided to put all this into a book. Bam. Shout out.
Yeah, man. Acting Today, A Guide to Hollywood's New Era, man. And it's it's like I said, I really wanted to give back. I just decided to write it, and I just told myself I want to write a book for people that aren't from LA for the most part, that move out here and just genuinely put in like just everything, bro. Like even agents, I throw in agencies in there, like how to join the union, like just
this is great
personal stuff.
stuff
like and I like a lot of my friends were like kind enough to like give me their photos, so I feature a lot of photos in there from my homies and stuff. And I was like blessed enough to get some cool endorsements, man. One from my acting teacher, Efren Ramirez, who taught me acting at my school for a while.
I know Efren.
Who plays Pedro in Napoleon Dynamite.
I know Efren, yeah.
And then I reached out to Noel Guglielmi.
He's a twin.
Yeah. Do you know Noel Guglielmi?
Yeah, I know.
My boy, I work with him. That's the homie, dog.
On some movie.
Yeah.
I don't even...
He
I
actually
never saw that, actually. I killed him in a movie. I shot him in the head.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I never saw it, though.
You killed Noel?
Yeah.
You should have been killing your ass, dog.
Yeah, bro. Well, I was a cop. And he was
okay.
murdering. I forget what it was.
Yeah,
just so much stupid shit.
Yeah, man. I reached Noel wrote me like something nice, man. So I just wanted like an endorsement, which is pretty much something validating but he wrote me like. I ended up using like him as my forward, which is
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He works. I mean, he's done everything. Batman.
He's huge, man. He's fuck, dude, Christian Bale, dog.
Dude,
like, you know what I'm saying?
For me, that's one of the goats,
Yeah,
bro. That's one of the goats. Christian Bale's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Christian Bale goes so hard.
Yeah, and then you got Paul Walker, Vin Diesel. Like, yeah, he's worked with, like, a bunch of dudes.
Oh yeah, it was
like
like
Gerard Butler,
Furious, right?
dog. Like, he's done.
Humble dude. I like
kind
him.
dude, man. He actually invited me.
He has a church or something, right?
Yeah, he's really like he's really
religious.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
So he invited me to this event to touch on the book, man. But yeah, like I said, man, for any of you guys out there that might want to.
No, this is dope. I mean,
get
like
into acting
because I've thought about it so many times, and this breaks this like you run into you take so many L's, bro, because you don't know what the hell you're doing. In the beginning,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
yeah,
and it becomes so expensive. That's the expensive part. Like figuring out. There's a bunch of scam schools out here. There's a bunch of like overpriced headshots. There's a bunch of overpriced print places where you're printing your headshot.
They come up to your kids like, "Hey, your kid's perfect at the mall."
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Come to my acting school and it's like $3,000 and shit. Like, don't. You could go to pay $100.
Go here. This is
you feel me?
$300.
Like, go just you know what I'm saying? It's on sale right now for like $7 on Amazon.
Yeah,
you can get it at Barnes and Noble. You know what I'm saying? Walmart, Target.
This will save you so much money. No lie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's a blessing, man. It was a blessing, bro.
I've thought about this so much because, like, you're like, you acquire so much knowledge, and this is the simple stuff that,
right.
Once you get past all this, like, you can chill a little bit. Then
you just do your thing.
You got to just be able to go to school. Stay sharp if you need to. Depending on what your thing is.
So yeah, man, like I said, it came easy to me because I genuinely knew exactly what I was gonna write about. It's not like I'm like kind of going. This is just like, hey man, this is my knowledge, and I'm gonna put it in this book and just like.
What inspired that? You just one day you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna write this.
I think what it was, bro, is that I went on my Facebook and I had like, because I get a lot of DMs and messages from people that I don't know.
Yeah.
And they sometimes reach out and ask me about acting.
Yeah.
And I was, one that I never responded to from like 2015, and I'm just like, man, like I just want to like give back and help people. I'm like, I'm gonna write a book, dog, and I just became obsessed with it, bro.
Yeah.
And I.
How long did it take you think?
Shit, you ready?
Wow.
3 weeks, homie.
No shit,
bro. 3 weeks, bro.
Talk about efficiency.
Yeah, man.
3 weeks.
I just went in, bro. I wrote it on paper.
Well, you were saying, really? You wrote it, and then
because I didn't want to. Because I talked to one of my boys that's a writer.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, just write it on paper, because your laptop, you might get distracted. He's just and I just wrote it on paper,
smart.
Bro. Like my chapters and then like 3 weeks I was done with it, and then like maybe like another week I kind of just like went back and kind of added stuff. Sometimes you just I'm gonna add this, and that was it. But the process, bro, it's probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah,
like people don't know what goes into, and I self-published, bro, so I had to figure like everything out, dude. Yeah, and it's a process, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
you should write a book on writing a book.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
sure it's been done probably.
Maybe. I'm just saying.
Maybe write like a hood book. On,
Yo, how to write a book.
For
hood dudes like you and me.
Dig?
Just have you in the front.
Yeah, bro. But like I said, as a self-publisher, man, like
Amazon does that, or how do you do that?
So there's like 2 platforms. There's a lot, but the main puppies are Amazon, right? Which is KDP, and then there's how do you call it? Ingram Spark, which is where I went, and it's Lightning Source. So Amazon is just Amazon. Amazon's huge, but it's only Amazon. That's it, bro.
Exclusive.
That's it. Ingram Spark, basically they do other countries, and they also do Amazon.
Okay.
They also do Amazon. Yeah. But the thing is, like, when you put out a book, bro, like, you just have to kind of hope that it gets picked up. Because you're self-publishing. It's not just, like, it's going to get picked up. Your shit could be whack, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not, trying to, like, say it like that. But it's, like, I knew it was going to be valuable. So those endorsements did help me, too. Like, Noel and Efren. And, I got, like, my homegirl Lizette, who's on Chicago PD, regular now, killing it. So, that, those, like, everything, I just wanted to make it as professional as I can. Man. Yeah. So luckily it got picked up, man, and it's available online everywhere. So,
but I just thinking about it, it's just being like smart about what you do. You can create value out of anything, and this is
for sure.
Especially like now we're being exposed to like how much on the tit we are.
Yeah.
With stuff, you know what I mean? Oh, my job, this and that. Now I can't work because of Corona or whatever.
Right.
Stuff like this is being self. You know what I'm saying?
You could write a book, dog.
That's what I'm saying. Or
just get into some shit. I don't know.
Whatever you got. Whatever. I'm just saying, there's different ways to like. Create revenue streams for yourself and accumulate those over time, and you never know. You never know what's going to bring you money. You don't never know. It's like
you won't know until you do it.
Yeah.
So do it. Shit.
Yeah, for real. But I mean,
Yeah, man, the cover too, dog. I designed the cover, man. Like, well, my homie, I had a designer, but that's what I had in mind, bro. You know?
Yeah, but I'm thinking about it like 3 weeks. That's great. It's like because I always push people like for when they're like I forgot who it was. I just did this film, and there was this kid visiting like I think he was back. I don't know if he was background. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Some kid. He was asking me questions, and he's a nice kid. And he was just like, well, what should I do? And this and that. I literally he moved here from like Idaho or some fucking small town or whatever.
He's in Idaho.
Yeah. It's like Idaho. I was like, all right, dude. And he's like, I was like, dude, honestly, I was like, what have you done? And he's like, nothing. I'm literally
zero.
Like, yeah, at zero. And I was like, bet. I was like, go do background because he didn't know what he wanted to do. Because he was looking at like at production. I was like, go do background for a little bit. And I tell people all the time because I'm like, there's a shit ton of jobs on a set, like on a big set. You know what I'm saying? Like just like you said, like there was a Marine there, right? They actually pay a guy just to be like, hey, Mr. Marine, would a Marine do this? And if it's a show that has Marines, they literally pay you every single day, to just consult,
dude.
And if you're a Marine, like you know certain things about the way they dress or whatever, you literally get a job. I'm sure there's a bunch of people after it, but I'm just saying that's a possibility. Or there's a guy making freaking Tostitos. Or dipped little plates or whatever and passing them around to people on set. Or that's a job. You know what I'm saying? There's grits.
Smoothie right there.
Yeah, exactly. There's electricians. There's all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, if you just go to a set and you're like, oh, tight, I would, wouldn't mind making quesadillas.
It's like free acting school too, bro. For like newbies, like
you're watching people at the high level.
You observe like the big dogs and then the back. Just production and.
It's kind of crazy.
And you're like, I could do that shit.
For real, that's what it is. Like, that's all they doing?
Yeah, that's
it. And they fucking up. You see them messing up all the time. You're like, oh,
yeah,
all the time. You would be surprised.
Yeah.
People would be surprised to see, like, who they think is, like, really good. And you're like, they never know shit. They literally just spit it out. They don't think about it. That's their gift.
Right.
It's kind of crazy. I was thinking about just now. Every set, like, or every background, like, when you're, like, doing Nonunion background, they always have at least one crazy person who's like a little. That's messed up. I shouldn't say crazy. They're a little off.
A little off. Like,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, right? There's always one.
Like the girls that put on makeup every like minute or.
Yes, man. They're just like, you're like, you're a blur in the background. Yeah. No one's gonna see you, dude. No one's gonna see you because they have to pay you if they see you.
Yeah.
And they'll let you know if they're gonna see you.
Yeah.
So, the camera's right there, and it's like.
Yeah, but some people, there's people that are super loud and stuff.
Yeah, or just like,
you're like, yo,
trying to get attention,
or just filming. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or
just people that are off, or just kind of like, I don't know, like, how do you keep working? You're so, and every single set, that's all these services do is just provide background for people. It's kind of crazy.
Man,
I wonder how it's gonna be after, like, I think. It's gonna be super busy after this Corona stuff.
Oh, for sure, man.
Because everything's behind.
Shit, we got Netflix now, dog. Off the 101 and shit. We got a lot of platforms now, bro. It's just like,
Well, I just mean like even like productions have stopped.
Oh yeah. Oh, in that sense, definitely.
Yeah. Everything stopped, and people
a lot of movies that were supposed to come out, they're like not cut. You know what I'm saying?
They're like, we can't work.
This is
Yeah, I mean,
it should be good, man. I'm excited to get back, bro. Cause I'm done with it. I'm done with this. So So I'm excited to like get back into to auditioning, man.
Same. I think about like when you look at stuff like this from like getting an agent or whatever. Mm-hmm. The stuff that you like. I think the big thing in all of this, like you're giving them the formula,
dog.
But
I'm telling you, man.
But then you gotta like also work on yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
You can know all this stuff.
Yeah.
You
can't be calling agents too, dog. You gotta just do it the right way.
Common sense.
I talk about just reach out the right way and send your stuff, audition, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
It'll fall into place. If you just don't quit.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I think about like just traditional ways of like where people tell you like how you grow up, like saying like you could have followed exactly what your parents like, get a secure job and this and that. Yeah. Like you could do that now.
I'm a doctor and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I'm not doing that.
It's a pretty high standard, pops.
Like, but I mean, it's just that being like, you could be like, get a regular job, but you could get a regular job. Even actually, you can get a regular job now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Corona hits, and you're like,
yeah. What's up?
But if you got something airing, you still collecting checks. I got some things airing right now, and I'm like, I'm still collecting money.
Yeah, see, that's a blessing right there, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, like if I would have gone down a corporate route, You know, I'd be at home, sitting at home, struggling with like most people right now. It's a different way of thinking, but I'm also like, I don't know. There's something to not taking the low hanging fruit. That's what I call that, right? Like just any regular job you can get any day.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, what do your parents say about it now?
About what?
Just like you doing acting and stuff.
Dude, they be showing off, man. Like when I book commercials, dog.
Once they get it.
Yeah. They got to that point like earlier, like where they saw me like on TV.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay. Nico. They're like, I get it, you know. And then they saw those checks, and then they're like, okay, I
get it. It's a different way of living. You're from Guatemala. You been?
What?
Have you been to Guatemala?
Yeah, man, I miss my mom, man. She's in Guatemala.
She's out there?
Yeah. She owns a hotel, so that's her business. So for the most part, she has to live there. Because if she doesn't, we don't have anyone to hold it down, so they can steal and not report, like, you know. Yeah. So, and right now she's quarantined, dog, just like us. But in Guatemala, their curfew is like 7 p.m.
Yeah, El Salvador
and
too.
I think, a lot of dude, you go outside, dog, you get chased, get taken into jail, bro. That shit's crazy over there. Like,
we ain't trying to go to that jail.
Yeah, they don't fuck around.
In a third world country,
they don't fuck around, bro.
There's a show on that. It's like Locked Up Abroad or something like that.
Oh yeah,
dude, that is the worst nightmare. You know what I'm saying? You get like if you're a tourist, you get locked up in a jail in like Guatemala or like El Salvador with all the
it sounds scary, bro.
MS-13 guys, just face tats and shit. They're like, who's this guy?
Right? Like, he's walking around hard, start doing push-ups, you know. I heard they ask you, dog. Hey, they ask you. What do they ask you? Are you a paisa or you know?
Yeah, there's sureños, paisas.
Sureños or paisa, homie.
Sureño or paisa,
I'm fucking paisa,
well,
dog.
Well, the paisas, but you can't bullshit it either. You know what I mean? You just be like, I'm a resident, because you're from South Central. You'll be like, look, I'm just a resident from South Central.
Okay. Yeah.
And be like, all right, cool. You won't bang.
Yeah, but if it's between those two, dog, I'm a
they
paisa.
They take your little number, bro. They take your little number, and they have people like that work in the jails, right? Like people that are in jail, but they're like sweeping and shit.
Yeah.
So they'll like write your number down, your intake number on your little wristband or whatever you have, or on your uniform.
Right.
And they'll pass it to this dude, and then they'll like look it up and make sure, because if it's like a sex offender, they're gonna beat the shit out of you or stab you or do something.
That would suck, bro.
Yeah, crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
See, don't get caught pissing on the street, dog, around the school, homie.
Yo, that's legit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a guy taking a shit in front of the school once.
Oh, word?
Oh, man.
Is that Skid Row or what?
No, dude.
I
in the valley.
Shit, dog.
Bro,
like,
Skid Row? Have you been there?
I've driven by it, bro. Yeah. And then one time I was like with a friend, and they stopped by like a dispensary like around because they really wanted to get some weed and shit.
Yeah.
And then you just, you see some dude just whip it out and start peeing. And then they have their buckets, because that's how they go to the... Bro. And then I saw this documentary on YouTube, bro, about it just because I was curious, and it's just crazy, bro. And most of them get taxed. A lot of them get taxed by cholos too, like gangs. Shit. So they're like, hey, if you don't pay like weekly, that they trashed your tents and
no shit.
And yeah, it's crazy. Like these interviews, dog, on YouTube. Look
them
up.
The Wild Wild West.
That's just crazy, bro.
Yo, because that's what they do in third world countries, right?
Yeah.
They're like, if you have a business. So I have my aunt's husband. He got murdered that way, dude. He had a business, and
that's just what scares me too, dog.
They come to your spot. Yeah, they come to your spot, and they'll be like,
extorsion is what they
extortion.
call it, right?
Yeah, extortion.
Yeah, they call and say, hey, and they start threatening.
Pay us or for protection, they say, but it's protection from them,
right?
You know what I mean? So it's like they're like, pay us, and this dude had a boot shop. He actually made me boots. He had a boot shop, and he would go and like sell in Guatemala because he made like handmade leather boots that were legit.
That's sick.
But he always had a gun on him. And I don't know. The rumor was that he had killed a few dudes from MS-13 or something. That was a rumor. I don't know.
Okay.
But the way they murdered him was kind of crazy. They murdered him in front of his store, and they shot him like 30 times, dude. Lit him up, and then
this was like just a normal person.
Yeah, he owned a business. He owned his little.
Yeah.
So my tia was married to him.
It's fucked up, dude.
So my cousin, that's his dad.
Yeah.
They buried him, and these dudes went to go dig up the body. They cut the head off.
Oh, my God.
Put it on a stick and put it in front of his store.
Shit.
Bro, they live by different fucking rules out there. And this is like, I mean, I don't know. This is maybe 2009 or something.
Yeah, this
2010.
Was fucking during quarantine.
Yeah, bro. That was last week,
Yeah, man. That's excessive, man. That's just scary, Papa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Latinos.
Different type of humans.
Don't fuck around, dog.
Yeah.
Torture and shit.
I think, you know what I think it comes from, bro? I think it comes from a lot of trauma of these places. Like,
yeah.
in El Salvador there was a war. There's just been a lot of crazy shit that's happened over there.
Yeah.
And these dudes are just, their minds are working at a different level.
And Civil War, dog, was tough, right?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, all of those countries, right? Whenever there's like extreme poverty, there's gonna be a lot of crime. Like in Mexico, obviously. Like I remember a few years ago, a buddy of mine. I was going to the gym, and he showed me this video. It was a fucking terrible video of his cartel guys. They had like they were beating this guy with the bat.
I've seen a few of those, man. Not anymore, but I was curious.
Ruined my day.
You get curious and you see it and you're like,
they don't give a shit. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They literally beat this dude down with a bat into mashed potatoes, and then they just start hacking this dude up. And they're in a room full of like plastic from so like the blood splatter, and these dudes just like it's chicken or like it's some kind of.
You're like, this is not a movie, right? You're like, this is some real fucking stream.
I'm like, yo,
tape.
and
like,
they filmed
Jesus
it,
Christ.
put it on, and put it up, and they're just like, put it up right there, I'm gonna throw you this arm, I'm gonna throw you this leg.
Hopefully, I mean, I'm sure that shit's still going on. But, but Primero Dios is calmed down a lot.
I don't know. I think there's going to be a little bit of a war.
I mean, I hope not. Like I go to Rosarito because I have a boy over there that's a surfer. And he has a house over there.
Tight.
He's living in El Salvador because he built a house over because he loves surfing in El Salvador.
Dude, they're like, that's one of the number one spots in the world.
Right now, Paul Walker, dog, rest in peace. He used to surf over there.
He used to go? Yeah. It's like there's a lot of tourism out there.
Yeah, but I've noticed that when I go to Rosarito, dude, or in Mexico, a mí me encanta la cultura mexicana, dude. The people, the food, everything beautiful, bro. Yeah, and I've seen that, like in Cancun, I went to like a wedding. My friend's brothers got married. And we were talking to the taxi guy, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, like I'm like the cartels, like they don't mess with tourists.
Well, you know why?
They want money. Like they just want to. No one fucks around with tourists.
It's not that. It's not that. They've legitimized their money. They own the resorts.
I mean, yeah, he did mention that too.
So it's you're not in your best interest to fuck up your business plan. You know what I mean? And that's the way they legitimize their business. That's the Jewish did it like that too. The gangs in New York, like a long time ago, they legitimized it. Cubans did the same shit. Mm-hmm. They send their kids to universities and make them all lawyers.
Make it look legit.
They make them all lawyers and legitimize their business.
It's scary, dog.
You feel it. Yeah, you feel
got
it.
Lawyers, you got insiders, dog. Everywhere, huh?
Yeah. It's the kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey man, as long as you're cool, man, like, like when I go to Guatemala, bro, I don't flex. I'm very respectful. I mean, I'm a respectful person in general, dude.
Like, I'm not trying to flex on nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bien humilde, bro.
Yeah,
like,
same, dude.
Bro. Like,
I'm not trying to fuck with nobody. I'm trying to drink a coconut and chill.
Just
you know,
chill in chancletas, homie.
Yeah, bro. I don't want no beef. Well, bam, we're almost out of time. I always like to close out on like I don't know what you want to say, and then where to find you and where to plug and everything. But I always leave people off like, what's your message, and then
man, I would say just try to be respectful in life. Like I live my life on respect, so you come across a lot of disrespectful people and just
in the hood, hell yeah, you do.
Yeah, man. So when you're raised, like, you kind of just learn to just to be respectful, be appreciative, be humble, be kind. Because we may not be here tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
for real. That's a rude reminder. And then this is this Acting Today, a guide to Hollywood's new era.
Yes, sir.
Christian Campos. Damn, dog.
Yeah, man. That's a blessing. Es una ganancia para toda la cultura latina, papa.
Yeah, that's beautiful, bro.
It's a win for all the Latino community, bro. So.
Where do they find it? Anywhere?
Anywhere. Just look it up, man. It's on Amazon. It's at Barnes & Noble if you want to go get like a physical copy.
Tight.
And then Target and Walmart.
Tight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's sick, bro.
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
And then what's your IG, bro?
IG, man. Christian Andre Campos.
Boom.
It's my name. Yeah.
Episode 85. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you,
Papa,
man, for coming
gracias,
out.
Man. Thank you,
bro.
man.
I appreciate you. Thank you, man. We're back.
There you go.
Okay.